So you probably saw the jerseys way before everybody else did because you were modeling them. But when you saw them for the very first time, or you put it on for the very first time, what was your first impression of the new jerseys?
At first, I was a little skeptical with the helmets because I actually hadn't seen them all put together. I had only seen it on its own with the black pants and without guys having the teal gloves, and it just didn't look right. And then I saw everything put together with the gloves, which are very nice, and the pants, and it just looks, each time I see it, like even today going out on the ice with the jersey on it, it keeps growing on me, and I like it more and more. So I think once people start to see it live and you get accustomed to it a little bit, you're going to fall in love with the jersey. I mean, I was skeptical at first, and now I love them.
Side story, it took me a full year to get used to that logo when it went from, anyway.
Right.
Who cleans up the best on your team? Like in the bus, like who really brings it?
In which sense? Like cleans up after themselves?
No, I don't mean like takes a shower. I mean like looks the part. Like who cleans up? Like who looks good?
Who tries to look good?
Well, that too.
Timo, probably.
It's got to be a Euro first off, right?
Yeah, and the Europeans more so than the Noah Gregor tries. Timo really tries.
What goes into that? Like
I think Nietzsche's probably the best without trying. Matt Nieto.
It's a good suit and a good haircut too, right?
Yeah, he just looks good, and he's not really putting in a ton of effort.
Mario Ferraro is blank.
A lot. He's a lot. He's awesome, though. I love him. He's been living in my guest house for the last month. And
wow.
I got a lot of Mario in my life right now. Not a bad thing.
Wow, now we know where he's been.
Yes, yeah, he's hiding in the back there. My dogs love him. He's got a lot of energy.
I heard he's moving into his new place soon. You're off the hook.
Yeah.
Burnsy's legacy inside the dressing room. I know you guys are going to face him here soon, but what will you think about what he's left this team with?
I think hard work, dedication to the game, never taken days or games off. Just a great guy. Just for me, he knows so much about everything and stuff that I have no idea about, whether it's hunting or coffee. He got me deep into coffee now, so we would just sit on the plane and talk about a lot of stuff other than hockey, and he's just a great guy to pick his brain. He knew a lot of people. Great teammate. Gonna miss him.
What's the best way for anybody to impress a new head coach?
Work hard, as hard as you can every day. Don't take a drill off, practice off, a game off. If you're working hard and you make a mistake, I think anyone in this world can live with that. So I think that's their message too. They expect when you're in this facility, you're giving it everything you got. When you leave, you enjoy your time off. But when you're here, you got to work extremely hard. And I think that's what this organization has been built on. That's why there's a lot of success here for so many years. So I think that's one message the coaching staff's going to deliver to us here in camp.
In one sentence, how do you describe your first impressions of Tech CU Arena?
It's beautiful. Very, very nice. I got to go out there a few times now. Feels like a pro arena. Feels like one of the nicer American League arenas. I mean, I played in the league, I think, 15 years ago, and there were some barns, some not so nice arenas there. So this will be probably one of the nicer ones. So the whole setup here is great for those guys. I think you got the feel that you're in the NHL when you're in the American League. So I think that's what they're going for.
Battle of Alberta. Let's just say you're not a hockey player, you're just a fan. Which side do you take, Calgary or Edmonton?
Neither. I don't like the Canadian teams, and I'm not saying that to say I hate them, but just being a Canadian and you go home in the summer, or all my buddies, they all talk about the Leafs or a certain Canadian team that they like, and
you're over it.
You just get sick of it.
All right. I mean, so you're saying neither officially? None
of them.
You're the first one to answer that, by the way.
Okay, and none of the 8 or 7 Canadian teams, however many there are.
On a sentimental note, it'll be emotional for the Doug Wilson tribute night. What's something you'd want to say to Doug?
Just thank you. He believed in me for many years. He drafted me in 2007. I think he was the main reason why. He had a close relationship with my junior coach, Brian Kilray, and they traded up for me that day of the draft. Signed me to 4 contracts. He was always there for me. I mean, You know, you think you're just a hockey player, but there's a lot that goes into this life. And Doug's door was always open for all of us in that room, no matter what the situation was. If you're having issues anywhere, Doug was a guy that he's very approachable, and he's a very good person. Big heart, loved his players, so he means a lot to me.
What's a better holiday, New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, and why?
With our schedule, we actually don't even get to celebrate.
You play on both those.
Yeah,
those
this year we do.
I know
it
that.
seems like every year we play on one of them. So
right.
We're usually in bed before midnight, anyways.
So you forgot what it's even like.
It's been a while.
Tell me something you actually know about Prague.
I was just there 3 years ago for Hurdle's wedding in the summer, so I should know a lot. They got good food, good beer, nice little square. I forget what it's called. Cool tourist areas. Very beautiful city. I mean, I always rag on Tommy that it's not very nice over there, but after going there, I can't say that anymore because it's beautiful. I tell a lot of people that haven't been, Prague's one of the cities you got to go see.
There's no numbers in the rafters at the tank, but there will be 12 starting in February. What will that mean to you when you see that up there, knowing how long you played with Patty?
Yeah, it's well deserved. That's the first person I think of when I think of a San Jose Shark, and very fortunate to have played all the years alongside him, just to watch him go about his day to day. And the true professional, a guy that never complained, always showed up on time, always worked his ass off, practiced extremely hard, didn't take any games off. Nice human being, great family man. I mean, the list goes on about Patty. He means a lot to myself, a lot of guys in the locker room, whether that's players or management or support staff. Great person. Very happy for him.
Do you have a favorite hockey movie?
I grew up with the Mighty Ducks. I know Slapshot was a little bit before my time. Those are probably the two.
What goes into giving a good gift?
Depends who it's for. Some people want a thoughtful one. Some people want an expensive one. So depends on who you're giving it to.
We'll leave them nameless.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing here. Take a look at this. You may recognize those too.
Yeah, looking good.
That's because it's a couple years ago. Mm-hmm. So what I want you to do is eventually hold it up when you're ready. Hold it up to the camera right below your chin, and if you could, point to who would be Batman in that duo, and point to who would be Robin in that duo.
Oh, you're not gonna like me. Batman, Robin.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure you're not backwards there?
I think I'm right.
Why do you choose that?
I think you have the stature of Robin. I don't know if that's right or not.
That's the end. Good stuff.